Welcome back to the buck stops here. The Copenhagen summit has opened, but climate change is generating more heat than light, at least in India's parliament. The opposition has accused the environment minister of dividing the Indian team of negotiators. Our newsmaker tonight is one of India's key negotiators at Copenhagen, C.K. Dasgupta. He'll be joining us next. All right, let's go straight across to Mr. Dasgupta, who's with us in our studio tonight. You're amused, and I think because you've been a diplomat and an ambassador, you know how to keep a cool face in the middle of a lot of heat. But you've been concerned. You almost didn't go till Jairam Ramesh, the minister, personally sort of made several clarifications. What, sir, has been your primary concern?
Well, my primary concern was that certain statements which had been made, press interviews and so on, lent themselves to diverse interpretations and could well have been interpreted as signaling a major derogation in India's traditional stand, a stand which successive governments at the center have endorsed. And therefore, I felt that it would be advisable to delay my departure for Copenhagen in order to hold consultations with the environment minister in order to clarify these issues, because it's essential to have a clear brief before one negotiates.
Now here's the interesting thing. What your concerns were is exactly what the minister was charged with in Parliament today, with both the right and the left talking about India having given up too much for too little, made too many concessions without reciprocity. Something that you spoke about in your letter, unilateral concessions without the principle of reciprocity. Do you, sir, see a shift in India's policy on climate change? At least, even if it's not very dramatic, there is a shift, isn't there?
No, I think at least the clarifications which the minister very kindly gave us, I must say he was very gracious in receiving us, and the clarifications which he gave us would mean that India stands firmly by its original position. And it was on that understanding and on the basis of assurances which he gave us, specific assurances, that
Are you satisfied?
We decided to go. Well, I of course, didn't have the privilege of being in Parliament today, but from reports which I've had, I understand that the minister made a very important announcement in answer to a question, and I think he should be complimented for that, which makes it clear that actions which India takes using its domestic resources, I'm not talking of actions financed by the United Nations or through the United Nations, actions which we take using our domestic resources will be reported to the UN for information only.
In other words,
not
it's not
for any type
verification.
of verification or review. Now, this is an extremely important clarification, and it makes it clear that India's position is solidly on the lines, on the traditional lines.
But some would say
Tuba.com